Master suites. First of all, just my Jesuit training coming out in me, define your terms for starters. So, what is the master suite? Because sometimes we just jump to the bedroom and think that's all it is. Of course, it's more than that. So these were the things that I think happen in a master suite or that are accommodated. It's obviously a space to sleep. It's a space for intimacy. It's a space to retreat, to bathe, groom, and get made up, and to dress and get ready for the world. So it's important to kind of understand those things conceptually when you start to think about the tech. I'm going to go through each of those bullets and talk a little bit about how tech can be helpful. So first of all, on sleep. And I think this is one of the frontiers for us in terms of home building and technology. The Bureau of Labor Statistics does an annual time management study, and they look at what we spend time doing. And the number one thing we spend time doing at home is sleeping. We're not as aware of it because we're not conscious for a lot of that time. But from a time perspective, it's the number one thing. And sleep is increasingly understood to be so essential for health and well-being and being sociable and personable with the people that you're with on a daily basis. So there's a lot of things that we can do as builders and with technology to enhance sleep. So a big piece of sleep now is actually unplugging from devices, particularly that thing in your hand that rules your life, that won't let your mind relax or get you to a state of sleep. Light levels are critical, so we've been talking a lot about tunable white light that is in sync with circadian rhythms. That's part of the trick here. Another part of the trick is blackout, right? And just having shades doesn't get you to blackout. And for some people like my wife, blackout is really important for sustained sleep. So that's part of the equation, and certainly tech and shading is part of that. Quiet, whether that's through sound attenuation or white noise is very important for sleep. One of these days, we're going to get Sleep Number Bed to this event. You guys are going to hear from Wayfair tomorrow afternoon at lunch, but one of these days we're going to get Sleep Number Bed because people buy beds when they move into new houses, and I don't know why we don't have them here, but the bed firmness and temperature are important. The room temperature and air quality. It's too hot in here, it's stuffy in here. Wake up at 2 in the morning and open the window. So we've been talking a lot about air quality from a whole home systems perspective. Air quality is particularly important to sleep. For those of us who get woken for various reasons in the middle of the night, the lighting that accommodates whatever those small travels are in the middle of the night so that it doesn't blare and awaken us is really important. Peace of mind, sense of security, things that go bump in the night. So things will go bump in the night, but if you have a security system activated, you're probably worrying less about the thing that went bump in the light, and it's easier for you to go back to sleep. And then finally, when we're talking about waking up, just to have that done in a way that's not disruptive for the rest of our day or irritating or starts us off on the wrong foot, to have that done gently and gradually is important. So that's all the stuff I could think about in terms of sleep and technology, but I don't know, do you all have any other thoughts or anything you want to elaborate on or disagree?
Fun fact, everybody. Our social media post just yesterday, I think, it was March's National Sleep Awareness Month. So I think there's an awareness month for something all the time. But it actually, we reach out to your home buyers and give some of this messaging that John mentioned. And then the second thing I would add to that, and you mentioned it, not to correct you, but we'll show it later here in your segment, but we do have a blackout shading solution finally. So, and it is on display here at TecHome. So Yeah. just wanted to
Shameless
add that.
plugs are welcome.
No, I apologize, John, but you are correct, but it is a unique solution. So
Okay.
thank you for that.
Any thoughts from you all on this? Did I miss anything? Am I
I
wrong?
don't think so.
Intimacy. Everybody loves to talk about this on stage. So the word mood is common across the three at the top. So there's, and I don't know, this is just what we all see in the popular arts and movies and stuff is mood lighting. When we say mood media, and I think we'll have some debate or discussion around this in terms of specific examples down the road. But typically it's music as opposed to video, although I'm sure there's some videos that are appropriate. And then there's, and that's a matter of taste.
Yeah.
Where's Tucker? Let's get back to the Tucker.
How do we get to Tucker is the key
Yeah,
question.
there you go, exactly. Full circle.
So mood aroma, I was going to show a picture of there are these whole home aroma systems that I wasn't aware of. That's another thing I want to get here along with the Sleep Number beds. But they, just like you've got aromas in the signature aromas for stores, you could have signature aromas for home, and that gets diffused into your HVAC system. So whole home aroma systems or room specific could be part of the intimacy equation. Room temperature and air quality, I think, are important. Food and drink sometimes. And then privacy is also important. So that's the stuff I came up with on intimacy. Anyone want to add anything conceptually? No.
Good. Let's keep it
Anybody
there,
out there
John.
want to add anything conceptually? Okay, everyone shut up. Retreat, relax, rejuvenate, get away from it all. Media sometimes is part of that, right? And there's like media viewing in the gathering spaces, which we're going to tackle tomorrow morning. And then there's sometimes you want to watch your thing in your retreat, and that can be part of this master suite equation. I think when we talk about retreat, we're increasingly interested in nature experiences. That could be about a window and a view, but it could also be about fountains and other sorts of special touches that are built into a space. The lighting needs to be right for this kind of physical modality, and room temperature and air quality also need to be right there. Anything you all want to add?
I'll just say, if you look at that beautiful photograph, which is an actual home, that's a clear view technology material that we use, so that it was important for this home buyer to see the beautiful magnification of their nature. That's why they bought that lot. So they did not want to, they still needed, diffuse light in a way and privacy when they wanted it, but when it's fully open, they can see that clarity. And believe it or not, with that fully open, that home buyer on those wood floors that you do, leather, their artwork, they're getting an 80% UV protection on that in this position right here, still with that clear view. So this is what we'll talk about later with design intent, understanding in this room, what do you need? What's most important? The sleep, the intimacy. And in my world, it's in this room, what do you need your window covering to do for you, right? And I know we'll get into that, so thanks.
Cool. Now we're kind of getting into the subspaces with bathe, groom, and get made up. So in the baths and showers, we do have technology at play there. We've got digital plumbing fixtures, which can be set to desired, customized temperatures and easily achieve those temperatures in the bath and the showers. There's all sorts of effects within the showers. We have music coming out of shower heads now, courtesy of folks like Kohler. Keeping the Tootsies warm can be very important, so radiant heat is an interesting piece to add for luxury clients. My wife will not do without a warm towel. It doesn't make much difference to me, but it's really important to her.
Awesome.
And it is one of those luxury touches. I think media, some folks may want to have a video display, and certainly The acoustics are tough sometimes in a bathroom for the audio side of things, but that can be part of the relaxation in the soaking tub or the exhilaration in the shower to get ready for work in the morning. And then lighting and mirrors and getting the light tuned for being made up, getting the light tuned for, well, I got the dressing piece next, so that you know whether your colors are right for the setting that you're going to can be part of the equation. Mirrors, magnification, keeping them defogged, et cetera. There's technology associated there and the lighting that goes with the mirrors. So that's what I came up with for bathe, groom, and made up.
Perfect.
Miss anything? Then dress and get ready for the outside world. So, obviously deluxely designed closets are part of it, but there is closet technology and there's some incredible inventory of shoes and clothes that go on in the women's space that basically an automatic retrieval system, some sort of automatic carousel for clothing and shoes can be desirable. Mirrors and lighting for during that dressing phase and in the closet space. And then I think, people are getting ready to go out. The digital assistance and connectivity starts to come into the equation too, and that can be, what's the weather? What's the traffic? It could be connecting to your Outlook calendar as you get ready to get out the door. So I think that starts to become a factor where you're re-engaging with the outside world, leaving your private space.